our headlines for this evening. Locally, Deputy Premier outlines NIA's achievements and education official participates in UNESCO high-level training program. Details of these and other stories are all part of this evening's edition of the Nevis Newscast. Stay tuned. Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Tuesday, January 27th, 2015. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. We go now to this breaking news story.
The date for the election of the members of the St. Kitts and Nevis National Assembly is expected to be announced this evening. Prime Minister the Right Honourable Dr. Denzil Douglas made the revelation as he addressed the nation at about 2:30 p.m. today.
Today, the 27th day of January 2015, the Governor General, for the purpose of the holding of the said general elections, has issued the relevant writs of elections under the public seal, addressed to the returning officers of all of the constituencies. By the said writs, it is ordered that the date set for the nomination of candidates for each constituency shall be named later tonight by me, the Prime Minister, in a public meeting that will take place at Buckley's. And we shall make in that public meeting at Buckley's also the date for the country's next elections.
The Prime Minister's address followed today's decision handed down by High Court Judge Justice Marlene Carter to discharge the injunction filed by the opposition on January 16th to restrain the St. Kitts and Nevis government from proclaiming constituency boundaries changes. The judge's decision gives effect to the proclamation which has realigned the constituency boundaries. These are the boundaries changes that relate to Nevis, as tabled by Prime Minister Douglas during the January 16th emergency sitting of the National Assembly.
Electoral constituency of Nevis 9. All that portion of land in the parish of St. Paul, Charlestown, and Lower St. John, Fig Tree, commencing at the intersection of St. Paul and St. John Parish boundary, continuing southwesterly along the St. Paul and St. John Parish boundary in a straight line to and along Sulphur Gut to the Island Main Road, then southwards along Prospect Road, passing to Prospect Power Station and the Prospect Community Center to and along Bridge Gut, then passing west of Golden Grove Housing Development, Brown Hill that is, to the sea, then northwesterly and north along the sea coast to the parish boundary between the parish of St. Paul and the parish of St. Thomas. That is electoral constituency Nevis 9. 10. Electoral constituency of Nevis 10. All that portion of land in the parish of St. George and Upper St. John, Fig Tree, commencing at the intersection of the St. Paul and St. John Parish boundary, continuing southwesterly along the St. Paul and St. John Parish boundary in a straight line to and along Sulphur Gut to the Island Main Road, then southwards along Prospect Road, passing to Prospect Power Station and the Prospect Community Center, to and along Bridge Gut, then passing west of Golden Grove Housing Development, that is Brown Hill to the sea, then southeasterly and northerly along the sea coast to the parish boundary between the parish of St. George, Gingerland, and St. James, Windward. That is electoral constituency Nevis 10. 11. Electoral constituency of Nevis 11. The parishes of St. James, Windward, and St. Thomas, Lowland. And that is it, Mr. Speaker.
Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Dr. Denzil Douglas. Reporting for the Nevis Newscast, I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes.
As the Concerned Citizens Movement-led Nevis Island administration celebrates 2 years in office, there is a number of significant achievements to which it can speak. So says Deputy Premier the Honourable Mark Brantley. Yesterday, we spoke with Minister Brantley at his Bath Plain office.
The very first day that we entered office, we took a 10% salary cut for all members of cabinet, and that has continued to this day. We insisted that statutory corporations and those who serve on the boards of statutory corporations would take a 40% cut across the board. And not only that, but the members of the Nevis Tourism Authority now serve for free. All of these were, of course, efforts to save money. On the other side, in terms of providing some relief to our people, we immediately provided 25% relief on the fuel surcharge, which, as we know, is a major cause for concern, as over the years we have seen the escalating cost of electricity, and people again welcomed that relief. Construction continues to do well on the island, particularly private home construction. I think that people looking around will see homes popping up all over the landscape, and that to me is demonstrative of the confidence in the economy that people are once again experiencing. Nevis, in terms of our economy, we saw our revenue grow by some 8% last year. We have seen our debt being systematically reduced. I'm particularly pleased that our debt to our major suppliers, such as Delta Petroleum, that has been reduced, and we are now, I'm told, current. And that is good news for the people of Nevis.
The NIA also continues to invest in the education of the island's citizens, Minister Brantley notes.
We continue to work very hard in terms of students going overseas to study. I'm very pleased that within our first 2 years, we have been able to assist fully or partially over 40 students who have gone off. This, of course, is in addition to those who had gone before we entered office, but since we've been there, over 40 students. And so we continue to work hard. We're trying to get scholarships for students. We're trying to invest in education. And, of course, last year, we saw some fruits of that effort, where we had the top 4 students for CAPE in the entire federation, being all Nevisian, all from Nevis, all from the educational system here. We have continued to invest in education, invest in our schools, done repairs to the various schools.
Minister Brantley also believes that the police in Nevis are making good progress, and he is thanking the public for cooperating with them.
We have recognized in Nevis that we cannot simply sit back and leave the safety and security of Nevis in the hands of others. And as a result of that, we have set to work. We have partnered with the police. We meet frequently with the police. And we're very proud that with the assistance of our own IT department here and the assistance of the government and people of Taiwan, that the entire Charlestown area is now covered by closed-circuit television, which is monitored for most of the day and recorded 24 hours a day. And so we would want our people to understand that we are seeking to ensure their safety and security, and also to those who might be thinking of doing something, that we have, of course, security cameras now in place that are functional, that are working, that are turned on, and are being monitored. And so we're asking you please to desist from any efforts at criminality. I am very proud of that particular achievement, because it makes Charlestown the only town that we are aware of in the entire Caribbean which is fully covered by CCTV, and I think we ought to be rightly proud of that. It took us a while because we didn't have the resources, but we feel very good about that. I also want to commend the police in Nevis, because we've worked with them, we've secured additional vehicles for them, additional equipment for them.
The island's residents can expect the NIA to continue these efforts, Minister Brantley says.
In my own constituency, I'm very proud that Hamilton Road has been delivered to the good people of Hamilton, and they have a first-class facility now, first-class infrastructure, and we were able to save over $2 million by doing it through local developers, contractors, Public Works Department, and local equipment and truckers. The money stayed here locally, and yet we were able to save money. So a lot of those efforts have gone, and we beautified the squares in town. We have done the Hunkins Drive. We have refurbished the courthouse in Charlestown. I mean, the truth is that we've been doing a tremendous amount of work, and it is my hope that our people will see those benefits and help us as we continue to build a better Nevis.
Deputy Premier the Honourable Mark Brantley. Education expert Dr. Neva Pemberton has traveled to France to undertake a 6-month intensive training program organized by the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO's International Institute for Educational Planning. During the coming months in Paris, Dr. Pemberton will be exposed to in-depth training on educational planning and management and explore fields such as statistical tools and indicators, strategies and policy options, projects, budgets, and performance assessment frameworks. Dr. Pemberton is on secondment from the Nevis Island Administration's Department of Education, where she works as education planner. Significantly, Dr. Pemberton is also the national coordinator for the UNESCO-led education sector policy review process currently underway in the Federation. The International Institute for Educational Planning collaborates with a wide range of ministries among the UNESCO member states to help develop their plans. Dr. David Doyle, ambassador of St. Kitts and Nevis to UNESCO, is based in Paris. He says the Federation certainly welcomes a critical opportunity provided by UNESCO in offering granular training in education planning and management, which will strengthen the capacity and expertise of the Ministry of Education via high-caliber staff like Dr. Pemberton. Dr. Pemberton is also a member of the St. Kitts and Nevis National Commission for UNESCO, representing Nevis's Department of Education in contributing to developing and rolling out UNESCO-related activities and events in the Federation. We'll have more local news after this break. Welcome back. The Department of Sports here on Nevis on Friday, January 23rd, received a donation of $2,000 from FICO, a software company based in San Jose, California, to purchase equipment for the under-13 Nevis cricket team. Steve Ottaway, one of 2 FICO representatives who were guests at the Four Seasons Resort, says they felt obliged to donate to the island after experiencing its hospitality.
Part of what we like to do in FICO when we have the honour of visiting places like this is to give something back to the local communities, and we're very happy to present a cheque to the children here that can be invested in equipment and playing facilities around cricket. And I know that the team here will certainly play cricket a lot better than we did this morning. So we're very happy to present this to the team today.
Rick Marshall, another FICO representative, presented the cheque to the Ministry of Social Development on behalf of the Nevis under-13 cricket team.
On behalf of everyone at FICO, thank you for everything. It has been a pleasure being here. There's talk that we would actually like to open up a FICO office here in Nevis. So thank you, everyone. It truly is a pleasure and an honor to be in your beautiful country.
Accepting on behalf of the Ministry of Social Development was the Honorable Mark Brantley.
We are happy that you had a wonderful time here. We thank you for choosing Nevis, and we're certain that your contribution is going to go a very long way to making the dreams of these young cricketers into realities. Thank you, and may God bless you. And may you come back soon and see us again.
Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Vance Amory, also attended the ceremony.
I want to thank you for helping us by your investment of this gift to us for our young players, some of whom we think have the ability to go far, but without the assistance of equipment and other investment of coaches and so on, we may not see that reality. So thank you all very much, and I'm happy you've had a wonderful time, and we look forward to you doing it again and again, if you are so able to.
Also at the cheque presentation was the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams and the Senior Sports Coordinator, Jamir Claxton. St. Kitts and Nevis is being represented by a 3-person delegation at the invitation from U.S. Vice President Joe Biden to participate in a regional summit on energy security being held in Washington, D.C. The delegation members are Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Energy, Lenrick Lake, St. Kitts and Nevis's Ambassador to the United States, Her Excellency Jacinth Henry Martin, and Deputy Director at the World Bank, Janet Harris. Vice President Biden met with leaders of Caribbean nations Monday, saying the United States would do what it could to help those countries revamp their energy sectors, a vital concern given the region's dependence on oil shipments from ailing Venezuela. The summit, which followed the launch last year of the Caribbean Energy Security Initiative, is designed to help Caribbean nations on the road toward energy security. Caribbean leaders agreed to pursue comprehensive and diversified energy programs, including the introduction of cleaner forms of energy. The meeting also comes against a background of increasing focus on development of the region's renewable energy supplies and attention on implementing policies and measures for meeting international climate change emission targets. Several Caribbean leaders are in the U.S. Capitol for the meeting, which is expected to issue a broad statement of principles intended to promote a cleaner and more sustainable energy future for the Caribbean. Caribbean leaders are also scheduled to follow up with the U.S. Vice President and U.S. administration officials on a number of other areas of regional concern relating to the region's economic competitiveness, human resource development, and citizen security. On behalf of everyone at the Department of Information, I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing tonight's newscast. Good night.
Listen up. You can now join NTV on Facebook. Add us as a friend or check out the NTV Facebook fan page for updates and discussions as well as pictures and videos. An archive of the Nevis Newscast is available on NTV on Facebook. Join us.